everybody, what's up and welcome back to the garden. And man oh man, things sure have been a changing here in my yard, so hopefully we can take a quick look around and see what is going on. Here's a quick view in the hoop house. I tried to take a lot of kind of wide angle shots of the video this time because everybody always requests that. The tulips are just about done if you take a look at them. Unfortunately, got a lot of kind of late season blooms kind of just wrapping it up, but as you'll see later in the video, it won't matter, so we'll take a look at that here in a second. But I'm actually removing all these tulips soon, so you know, this is going to be the last one with the tulips. It was nice while we had them. I really enjoyed them, looking over the tulips through the ranunculus and everything, trying to get a kind of full picture wide angle view of what's going on here in the backyard. Things are totally just bursting into life right now. The Icelandic poppies are going crazy. I did deadhead them finally, so hopefully we'll have a little bit more video that looks a little bit better coming in the future. I know they're kind of scraggly looking right now, but I've really been loving these pink and peach colors. I grew this mix from seed, and it's actually a really great mix. I got it from GeoSeed, so no need to ask me. I think I've been asked that a lot. A lot of these seeds that I bought this year, everything in the garden, I think came from GeoSeed, in case you're wondering. Snapdragons into the ground. Check out this big, huge thing of snapdragons. This is where the anemones used to be. You remember we already grew the anemones. We already took those out, and we transplanted snapdragons here in their place. Now, I had started 3 trays of snapdragons, and for whatever reason, I thought, you know what, I should go ahead and order some snapdragon plugs on a whim, so I did, and now I have way too many snapdragons, and I have no idea where I'm going to put them. It is like, I think I live on a farm or something. I have a 30-foot by 30-foot backyard. That's all the planting space I have for the whole garden, and I'm over here trying to grow, you know, 3,000 snapdragons for some reason. Also, the Dutch irises are blooming. I'm not sure if you guys have seen these lately, but we have the Miss Saigon Dutch iris, and we have the Montecito Dutch iris that is also blooming. That's just kind of a white lavender and yellow one right here. It's kind of got a blue hint. It's supposed to be white, but I see the tint of blue there. I'm not quite sure if you guys can see it, but hopefully we'll make a video just completely dedicated to Dutch irises sometime later. Whenever those start to bloom. Also, check out them pansies over there. I know you guys like the pansies. And our calendula is also starting to open up. This is the apricot kinglet calendula. Also got this from GeoSeeds. You can see it's kind of an anemone scabiosa type. But not all the blooms are consistent, which is kind of to be expected with scabiosa types of anything if you've tried growing those before in the past. But looking good overall. And also, I've been kind of picking our pansies and using them in little jam jars and things like that. Of course, this would not be an update video unless I went through and showed you guys a bunch of extensive footage of the ranunculus. They are ridiculous. You can see these ranunculus here in the front that are nice and tall. Those are from the Labelle series. I think I ordered most of those from Flurry, and the ones further down the hoop house are from the Amandine series, which blooms a little bit later, which explains why they're just a little bit further behind in terms of bloom, but they are catching up very quickly, and pretty soon this hoop house is going to be, you know, it's going to be bright. It already kind of looks like a candy factory in here or something, with all these bright pastel colors. It is very springy, to say the least. Are you guys growing ranunculus? How's your ranunculus doing? Because I know I've made a lot of videos about ranunculus and everything, so I hope everybody's is doing well. Some of these flowers are absolutely enormous. For example, I think the marshmallow mix, some of them have such double petals. I need to pick them. I obviously haven't been picking them as much as I would have liked because donations are still halted, so I'm kind of just enjoying the flower show here in my backyard. I have been giving some of them away and kind of dropping random bouquets of flowers in random places for strangers to find. I also planted the Lisianthus. These were Lisianthus plugs. I know. I tried to grow Lisianthus from seed. I've been trying to grow Lisianthus from seed without the use of grow lights for 2 years now, and I just cannot crack the code. I really want to figure it out We also have some Gerbera daisies in the ground. These were started using the winter sowing method. They're actually looking really, really good, so we'll see how that goes as well. That's a total experiment new to me. The Siberian Wallflowers are blooming, looking very nice, but they're just orange. This is supposed to be a pastel mix, and still waiting on the whole pastel part of the pastel mix to show up. Who knows if it ever will. Here's a failure. These are my chrysanthemum cuttings. I have no idea why they're wilted so bad. I have no idea if they are going to take, but they look terrible. I know I always show you guys the good stuff, but I fail too a lot, and these chrysanthemum cuttings are a hot mess. We also planted our chrysanthemums that we ordered from King's Mums, not King's Mums, from Minnesota Mums. King's Mums was sold out of mums, so we got Minnesota Mums instead. Mums. Here is our tray of dahlia seedlings. Excuse the maple helicopters and other seed pods that have fallen into it. It's right under a big maple tree. But our seedlings looks pretty good. We have about 30 seedlings that we are going to grow. And remember our ornamental kale? It's still doing well. It's actually doing really, really good. If you remember the ornamental kale from a long time ago, they looked terrible all winter long, but it seems like all they needed was spring weather. Also, I need to weed them because, like, I just forgot about them. I need to weed the stalk, too. Here's our scented stalk. We have our very, very first scented stalk. I've had so much trouble growing scented stalk, and then I just, forgot about them and stopped weeding and stopped caring, and then they decided that, hey, I'm going to grow. It's time to grow. Who knew? Maybe that should be my new garden technique, where I just don't care about the plants at all, and I just throw the seeds out there and say, good luck, and walk off. Here's a quick look at the Tiger Mix Ranunculus that we have. This is my favorite. This came from Flurry. This is the Tiger Mix Ranunculus, and they are so stinking cool. I decided to make myself a flower arrangement with a floral bucket because this is our garden and these are our rules. So we do whatever we want, pretty much. These are Blushing Lady daffodils and Renowned Unique tulips are the pink ones, and those Tiger Mix Ranunculus are so pretty. I am so glad that I made this for myself and cheered myself up with this flower arrangement. I've had a lot of trouble really getting back into the groove of making flower arrangements just for a wide variety of reasons this year. Just, things have been tough for everybody, I think. And so it's been a little bit hard for me to get into the groove of flower arranging again. But here we are. I also made another one to give away. This one has the La Belle Champagne Mix Ranunculus in it, which are these oranges and pinks, and some Cummins tulips, and some of those pink champagne daffodils in there that are very, very pretty. I think these colors go really, really well together. The kind of peachy orange and the purple pastel lavenders. Very pretty. I've never seen anybody do this kind of color combination, but I think it works. I think it's very subtle, and I think it works. Tell me what you think. Do you think it works? I don't know. Doesn't matter. As long as you think it looks good in your own garden, that's all that matters, because growing flowers is about making yourself happy. At least that's how I look at it. Everything was going really, really well in the cut flower garden one day, and then I looked at the news and it said, hey, it might snow, Flurry, just so you guys know, cover your plants. And I was like, oh, okay, well, and then it snowed. Like a lot of snow. I mean, a decent amount of snow. Considering my last frost day is here in like 5 days, this was a lot of snow, and it is a good thing I covered things up, and it is a good thing that I did not take that off that hoop house. I did not take the cover off the hoop house, or we would have been in major trouble, folks, because this was some heavy snow. Here are the remaining tulips covered in snow. Those have already turned brown, unfortunately. And a lot of stuff, even though it wasn't that much snow, it was just so wet and dense was the problem. Here it is, piled on the ranunculus that was kind of near the edge of the hoop house, unfortunately. I'm sure that'll be fine because it's just ranunculus. The snapdragons, of course, were fine because, they're snapdragons. They can handle it. They're tough. And I might even try to overwinter the snapdragons this coming year. I'm not even sure. But a lot of my other perennials and things did not handle this very well. For example, my rose bushes were completely flattened to the ground and snapped in half, which really bums me out. I guess I'll just prune them back and hope they start growing again. and all of the peonies were snapped in half to the ground, and the buds were laying on the ground, so I don't think we're gonna have peonies this year. So that's a bummer. I was kind of looking forward to peonies this year, but hey, you know, it is what it is. You do what you do. It's all you can expect. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. As always, there's no kind of special outro today. I just wanted to show you what's going on. I hope that y'all are having an amazing day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.